In this video I will show you how to create orthophoto elevation, section, plan, whatever you need using UNDET tools. So first of all, let's open full point cloud project. It appears here. Now we can switch our coloring into red, green, blue, and full colors are switched on. What we can do is can we clip our building into a smaller clipping box, and let's try to switch our grips into approximately at the middle of the plan of the floor. And now it's visible top. Let's switch coloring by intensity and see if full scan data is loaded. We can switch off and turn on again. Now it's fully loaded. Same with external. Now it's fully loaded. Section cut. Let's draw lines according wall direction. Let's take a longest wall. Approximate direction is this one. Let's extend it a little bit more. We will make one elevation and another two elevations orthophoto. So let's create another line, and it should be, I think, perpendicular. Yes, it is, and we can trim it. So now we have two lines. If we have two lines, then we should have two elevations. So we should create our separate layers for each elevation. So let's create E1 is for elevation 1 and E2 for elevation 2, and set those lines to appropriate layers. E1, E2, E2. Now we have one direction, another direction, a direction of axis. So we have to change our axis. Let's find in floor plans tools somewhere here. Let's pick 3 points and set elevation UCS direction. So first it will be 1 for the first for E1. Let's name it as E1, and same with another elevation axis, like that, and do the same, rename it into E2. E2. Now we have two lines, two directions, and now we can cut our clipping box according our lines. Let's do first of all, can we switch to our E1 and rotate a little bit. Let's clip our clipping box according rectangle, according our UCS direction. Now we can switch to world coordinates. Let's clip by rectangle like that. And if you see from the top, we can switch our grips a little bit. Let's create two viewports, two vertical viewports. Can we change a little bit its size, resize it to make one bigger, one smaller? From this point of view, let's set E1 and right view and switch our grips, looking from a side view. Here we have a balcony, so we took it, and let's pick E1 elevation, set front view of this elevation view, and switch our grips to see full elevation. What's from here, we can make it a little bit deeper. Now we take a little bit of internal positions, so we can, in scan data, we can switch off our internal positions and basement also. leave only external ones. So let's change our coloring into realistic. And now it looks like it's full. By clicking on scan data and extending a list of positions, you can see that the number of positions which you can switch off separately and see what happens, what changes can be seen. In case if you want to switch off noisy positions or which disturbs you, so you can make it more deeper by yourself. So for now we have prepared our clipping box, our elevation view. Let's press on ortho. You can set resolution like 5 millimeters, 10 millimeters. Let it be 10 full resolution points. This point cloud is not fully loaded, but when you press on this selection, it still will be done in fully loaded points. Calculate distances means takes only the first one points of elevation. Sometimes it matter, but let's do with those options. Let's press OK and pick our rectangle of elevation and wait while it's processing. Orthophoto of elevation is done. Let's switch off our point cloud. It's quite normal. You can switch off, as I told before, some of scan positions which are noisy and disturbs you, but for now it's just a demonstration, so now it looks okay. Pick this image and set it to layer E1 from what we did before, layer E1. If we are working on 0 layer, we can switch off our E1 layer, and yes, it's hidden. So we have line and orthophoto. Let's do another elevation. Same procedure, same things. Take our clipping box, switch our grips, but first of all let's find out E2. Go to a plan view, it will be front, and here E2 also, not front but top. So there is the line, there is the UCS, where Z is going to looking to a front. Let's switch our grips until the end of elevation. See from a front view, we see that something is missing here. Probably there is a overhanging part of the building. Let's take it also. Now it looks fully, but still we have loaded internal scan positions. You can see here it's probably in second floor. Switch off everything and switch on only external positions. Those positions are not visible from the ground, but for now is okay. We need additional positions from the top to find those missing points. Let's change our coloring. What if we try to switch off some positions and see what happens? Some changes are visible. Yeah, let's leave it as it is and create our orthophoto with same parameters. Pick our rectangle of elevation and wait while it's processing. The photo is done. Switch off our point cloud and see how it looks like. It looks quite normal. This image also has to be set to E2 layer, same as line below. And now we have 2 orthophotos of elevations. How it looks from by world coordinates from the top. You cannot see, but when you move a little bit, rotate it, you see 2 orthophotos of elevations. Let's create orthophotos of sections. Deactivate our point cloud and see full points, switch off again and switch on to see that it's fully loaded. And we can clip our point cloud by rectangle. Okay, let's do according elevation line direction. Snap and rotate our rectangle. Let's find which position of section would be the most appropriate. Coloring by intensity to see internal points more clearly. Here are stairs, one section to have a section. Let's see. Well, the direction is same as E2, same as this elevation. So let's pick this UCS and set the plan. Can we hide for now this image? Hide this object and see what do we have here. This is the section of this place. Can we see from a top again and switch our grips to find the best one? View by cutting a little bit of windows, stairs, and let's cut also window. And here, let's make it thin. Let's see from a plan view of active UCS here. Can we change a little bit grips here also? Take more a little bit. And now we have prepared our clipping box into a section view. Section view 1. Let's draw our reference line. Let's go to world coordinates, go to top view. Here's this clipping box. Let's draw our perpendicular direction line of this section. See now, it will be S1, section 1. Let's create a layer according this S1 and set this line to this layer S1. Now we can change our UCS by this line, but what is necessary is to create those lines at the same elevation. So let's go to properties and find out on what elevation it is. 20. Let's do at 0. At 0, everything at 0. At 0 to be on the same level. That later we could use it as a reference, as a datum line. So let's make our UCS with the same tool. Pick our 3 points, one, another, and to the top. And now we have to rename it as same as line S1. So let's find our drafting and annotation tool and go to UNDET scan data table. We can switch off our elevations. But first let's unisolate, unhide all the things, and now we can switch off our E1 and E2 lines and orthophotos, that it would not be disturbing us. We can pick our S1 UCS, go to front view of it. From the top it's okay. Can we try to change our colorings? But it's now by intensity. Only external positions are colored, so internal positions are white, black and white. So now it's hard to see on the black screen, find out those lines, but when you will plot on a white screen, a white paper, it will appear as a black line. So we can do this type of coloring, orthophoto. Let's create our orthophoto, rotate according good directions, wait while it's processing and see what we have. Can we go to sheet 1 and find the insert viewport, find out how it looks like on a white sheet of paper. Let's go to S1 and active front view. See how it looks like on a white paper. Well, it's not up to scale for now, but looks like that. Of course, you can do coloring by intensity. It will be more colorful, but for now, I think it's much worse than coloring by intensity. It's just better visibility. So this image has to be set to the same layer as this reference line. And now we have to switch to world coordinates. Go to top view, deactivate our clipping box, and we have to do another one section. Let's do longitudinal one. It should be perpendicular to this line, so it's perpendicular like that. Open our point cloud and find out the place where we'll cut. Can be cut through rooms or through corridor. Well, it's up to you. Let's make this kind of section on this place, or maybe it's better to cut through window, going through doors, openings, few doors here, a little bit there, and see on the other side. Well, looks good. Can we hide our S1? It's not necessary for now. And set our UCS. Let's do again by picking 3 points. So this is how it looks. Go to drafting and annotation panel, and let's find out where our clipping box. Okay, for now we forgot to rename our UCS. Let it be S2 because we have S1. S2 is created and we can use it. So this line has to be an appropriate layer. S2 layer is not created. Let's do this. S2. Now it's created, and set this line to this layer like that. We'll open full point cloud. Of course, do not forget to switch to world coordinates and see in what elevation it is now. 0 is okay. So let's switch to S2 and go to front view of active UCS, and we see it from the top, so we can clip our box by this line, find the nearest point like that, and to the other side. Let's make it not thick but thin. Processing now. This is how it looks like. Switch our grips and see from scan data everything loaded, everything matched. Looks like yes. Now we have this line. Let's do orthophoto with same settings. Pick our rectangle and wait. It's created, but created in coloring by intensity. It will be not looking nice when you will plot, so let's do the same with the coloring by RGB. Now it's created. Switch off our point cloud and set this image to S2 layer, and it's done. Let's switch to world coordinates and turn on our layers, 2 elevations and 2 sections. What do we have here? We have one elevation, another, and two sections at the same level. It would be later it will be as a reference. So we have also four orthophotos, two of elevations, two of sections. Now we can create two orthophotos of plan cuts. So let's do this. Turn on our point cloud and switch coloring by intensity, and let's deactivate it. We can hide our before done orthophotos and lines of elevations and sections. Can we leave one of them? I need to have a direction of a plan. Can I hide this orthophoto a little bit? Hide point cloud, and let's create our UCS by picking 3 points, and this 1 point. Z goes up. I think it's good. Let's name it as plan 1, P1, and we have created UCS. On isolate our images. Let's set our direct annotations. And what do we have to do? Can we hide our E1 layer? We have empty space here. Let's switch to top view. See our full point cloud. From this side, we can take a look from a front view, from a side view. So let's create our clipping box. According this direction, we have to make it that it will be cut through the middle of the floor somewhere else. It should take windows and doors. Okay, middle is somewhere here on the ground floor. And let's make it thinner as 15 centimeters. Let it be 15. Of course, stairs just a little bit, a little part of stairs, but doors and walls and windows, all the openings looks normal. We have prepared our clipping box. Now we can do our orthophoto of a plan. So let's switch to coloring by RGB ortho. Same settings. Take grips and wait. Photo is done. Let's hide our point cloud. In this display, it's visible not quite good. I guess here we will see it better. It's not up to scale, but still looks normal. So this raster can be used later. Set this image to P1 layer. Plan. Let's do this. P1. And pick this image. Go to properties and set it to P1. P1 is done. Let's use this layer to create fit marks from this panel, set automatically. Let's press it and pick our places to do with fit marks. Fit marks are done. Set it to the 0 elevation. Drafting annotation, and let's set it as world coordinates. I need to go to properties to see if its position is 0. Check by seeing E1 is that same level, yes, so there's no problem. Fit marks are at 0, orthophoto is also at 0. So fit marks in a fit marks layer. Let's create P2 layer. P2 layer for second plan. Have a look on our clipping box, coloring by intensity. So we made our ground plan. Let's create first floor plan. P1 can be switched off. Let's switch our grips of point cloud. Take a look. Where is first floor? Somewhere here. So let's do the same through Windows, and approximately 15 centimeters, like that. We have to set P1. P1 is good. It's at a good direction and good elevation. So let's use it. And let's see from a top view. Took a landing over stairs. Doesn't matter. For now, let's do our coloring by RGB and create orthophoto. Let's press OK and just create. Now it's created. Let's hide our point cloud. Take our image and set it into P2 layer. It's also at 0 elevation, so now it's great. Let's take a look what we have done. We can deactivate our point cloud and switch on everything we done. P1, P2 in 2 sections. So for now we have done 2 orthophotos of floor plans, ground and first, 2 orthophotos of elevations, one side and another, and 2 orthophotos of sections, a cross section and longitudinal section. We have 6 orthophotos. We have also reference lines at 0 elevation. We have feet marks for floor plans. Later on you will see how can we copy those orthophotos into one drawing with the use of reference line, so that we can later annotate them.